Switzerland, the heart of Europe. From every direction, the routes carry one to this focal point, understanding. And the southernmost tip of this country, where 4 different languages are in use, is the Italian-speaking Switzerland, the Svizzera Italiana. The name of this happy triangle of land is Ticino. From the Gotthard to the Italian frontier, from Airolo to Chiasso, is a distance of 60 miles. Ticino is the name of a canton and also of a river. As the poet Goethe once did, we turn towards the south and follow the windings of the Tremola Valley with its fresh mountain torrents pouring down towards the Mediterranean in the tracks left by avalanches long past. Here is where the dream gradually becomes reality, where the yearning for the south leads to its discovery and then fulfillment. But before we get too sentimental, let's hurry back to the north, to Göschenen, where the route beckons us invitingly to the Gotthard Tunnel. Motorcars from every country in the world fill this section of the Gotthard Road in rank upon multicolored rank. With the speed of an express train, we drive through 9 miles of weatherproof tunnel and cross the rather forbidding-looking cantonal frontier. We have left behind the German-speaking region where Grüezi is the greeting, and we are in the Ticino sunshine in Airolo. Now the friendly welcome has become Buongiorno. Here the peasant houses nestle around the church. Then we travel further to the south, where the climate is milder, and the houses are no longer of wood, but of stone, dominated by the lovely Romanesque church towers. Many old customs have survived here, unchanged by the development of international transport routes and the influx of tourists from all over the world. Nor have they been affected by the giant machines which harness the water power for the benefit of town and country alike. The steepest cable railway in Europe takes the tourist to the shore of one of the many alpine lakes and waterfalls. Here, the wanderer is welcomed by the rustle of the forest and the rippling of streams and little cascades. From the rampart of the Alps, using the comfortable Gotthard line with its lovely panorama, or by car over the beautifully made Via Francisca, effortlessly we reach the medieval town of Bellinzona. With its granite buildings and castles, Bellinzona commands the entry into the valley, and is the capital of the canton of Ticino. Notable among the buildings is the Collegiata, the art treasures, Locarno, and is the lowest part of all Switzerland. Like the mountain dwellers, the inhabitants of these plains are moved by a great love for their native soil. But whereas in the mountains the fields are tended entirely by hand, working conditions as well as profits are far better down here. From the ancient Visconti castle at Locarno, we visit the typical marketplace of the Piazza Grande. For centuries, this has been the meeting place for buyers and sellers from town and country. Here, the festive atmosphere is enriched by all the colors of the rainbow. Here especially, life has a new charm and a new radiance, and the hours pass idly and happily. At every step, the palm trees and the southern plants and flowers excite surprise and admiration. We stroll from the lakeside, the Lake Maggiore, back to the hospitable hotels. The evening brings a visit to the International Film Festival of Locarno. Here, before the wide screen, we are greeted by Waltraud Haas, a star in the film firmament at Locarno. So too is Lise Assia, here patiently answering the many questions of film critics and journalists. in Ascona, she buys an unusual souvenir. Waltraud Haas too is fond of antiques. And she greatly appreciates the traditionally excellent service of the hotels, so very busy during the film festival. The Lago Maggiore, wide, deep blue, altogether enchanting, invites us to enjoy ourselves singly or in groups. The water offers opportunity for enthusiastic sport, for reckless speed, or for gondola punting, a great favorite with the children. The activity on the many lake beaches with all their pleasures don't seem to tempt the inhabitants of the nearby camping sites. These present-day nomads and trappers are faithful to their traveling companions, both the hot and cold-blooded sort, and to their congenial way of life under canvas. The funicular takes us to the Madonna del Sasso, the symbol of peaceful Locarno, and thence to the Capuchin cloister, a place of pilgrimage to lift up the eye, the heart, and the soul. From here, an aerial cableway takes the visitor 3,000 feet higher. Far below lies the conference town where the statesmen Briand, Stresemann and Austin Chamberlain met and worked for peace and friendship in Europe in the year 1925. Still higher by chairlift, right up to the summit. Now the eye can roam from palm trees to glaciers, from the shore of the lake to the valleys high above where numberless waterfalls cascade down. These valleys are easily accessible, and a tiny railway, like something from a dream world, leads us to the ancient villages with their granite roofs. Here and there, a former inhabitant who emigrated to California has returned, a wealthy man, and has built a house of a different kind. Here one can still see the old traditional dress. In many homes they work at straw weaving, and the plaiting of the straw ribbons into these baskets and hats of such lovely shapes provides a living for the whole valley. The women work hard in these villages, for the men are away during the whole of the summer, employed as masons and craftsmen in the towns. Thus it came about that women do most of the work on the land, and they can often be seen carrying heavy baskets of hay and chestnut twigs. The snow lies deep here in the winter, and the animals must have a good supply of food and warm bedding. The Cento Valley Railway, connecting Locarno with the Simplon, the Sempione, leads us through somber gorges into the Valley of 100 Valleys. Then, by the same train, we return to Lake Maggiore. At the frontier town of Brissago, many tourists come to Switzerland from Italy to visit the two small islands famed for their wonderful gardens. Brissago has many proud traditions. Today it offers the visitor a restful and relaxing life on the beaches, and it is an excellent starting point for excursions. The islands belong to the Swiss lakeside territory of Lago Maggiore, and they are open to the public. Subtropical flowers and shrubs surround the visitors on all sides. Agaves, banana trees, date palms, eucalyptus trees, mimosas, camellias, azaleas, and various rhododendrons. Guided botanical tours help to explain and present these natural wonders to the tourists. Hobbies are indulged freely on the islands, and photography can become not just exotic, but aquatic. Back to the mainland, to nearby Ascona. It is not only today that artists are living and working here. Centuries ago, great masters were born here. Among them was a forerunner of Rubens. Visitors to Ascona go to see his house, the Casa Serodine. Here, not just the camera, but the heart and the soul can register unforgettable pictures. And then there is carefree relaxation in the comfort and hospitable atmosphere of the hotels. But now, let's leave Ascona and the Sopra Ceneri and travel over the Monte Ceneri Pass, where radio masts tower over age-old chestnut woods, till finally we get to the Sotto Ceneri, the lower Ticino. There we find one of the small pre-alpine lakes. It's not the peace and tranquility of the fish that we envy, it's the anglers. We bask in the peace of the Via Crucis of Bidogno. All the rail and road routes between Airolo and Chiasso lead to Lugano, where the hotel porters, ready and waiting, greet the arriving guest and lead him to the unique vistas and the natural and artistic beauties that make up Lugano. So we go from the church in which Bernardino Luini worked at his painting to the majestic Renaissance facade of the Cathedral of San Lorenzo, to the Loreto Cloister, and to the Fisherman's Street, to the Via Pessina, with its attractive shops and its many amenities. One feels at ease and mingles with the crowd listening to the Civica Filarmonica. Tell me where you drink coffee, and I'll tell you what you are interested in, say the people of Lugano. The fountains and the lakeside promenades are two typical examples of what this large and varied tourist center can offer. In Castagnola, the Villa Favorita, which once belonged to Prince Friedrich Leopold of Prussia, houses the notable art collection from the castle of Rohons. It is a valuable cross-section of painting over the last 600 years. This time we are arriving from Chiasso, where both the Italian and Swiss customs officials greet us cordially. In the hotel, wherever we may be, the staff looks after us devotedly. The choice cellar and the excellent cuisine are the pride of the hotel proprietor. Eating in the open is pleasant and relaxing. The murmur of the lake is a delightful background to the happy holiday atmosphere. It's not everywhere that one can bathe by going in one's bathing costume straight from one's hotel room to the water, as one can here. The excellent amenities of the beach offer the most varied facilities for aquatic sports. But one can also be persuaded to try longer trips. A typical and romantic target for such an excursion is the fishing village of Gandria. With its picturesque scenes, its dark and narrow alleyways, its steep streets and steps. fishing boats, the barche ad arcioni, have wooden arches over which a canvas cover can be fitted as a protection against sun and rain. From Gandria, a tour of the lake takes us to Campione d'Italia, where, against the background of the lakeside casino, aquatic sports contests are held. Later, we travel by the little train to the golf links. We'd all like to be able to reach our objective as well as these players. Quite often, a group of horsemen will come into view. Aircraft take off from the airport and fly over the Lugano area. From the Monte Bre, one can view the splendor of San Salvatore. From San Salvatore, that of Monte Bre. And from either viewpoint, there is the unforgettable picture of the Monte Rosa massive, 13,000 feet high. All the year round, countless tourists visit Monte Bre and Monte San Salvatore by funicular. As soon as one is down, there is a steamer trip to be enjoyed by young and old. We go under the rail and road bridge which divides the lake into two parts, and we reach the fishing village of Bissone. And soon after that we are in Morcote. There are over 400 steps, and don't forget to count them carefully as you climb, which lead us to the most photographed church in the area. The journey to Monte Generoso is by means of a very old locomotive. The pre-alpine and alpine panorama is set off even more clearly by the wide plain of the Po. St. Gotthard lies 60 miles to the north. During the grape harvest, there's the sound of cheerful singing. Wine growing has its many traditions, of which one is the wine festival, the Festa della Vendemmia in Lugano. The wine festival is the highlight of the autumn season here, and thousands of people from far and near take part. For this couple, it's the most wonderful flower corso in the world, for here is eternal spring. Spring for all the guests of the Swiss South, where year in and year out, at the foot of the snow-capped peaks, our camellias and mimosas are in full bloom. For you too,